Hello all, welcome back to T199 Productions, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the brand new 2025 release of the Auscision N-Class. So this is my first locomotive that is factory DCC. I will be making the switch to DCC very soon. I have my NCE power cab. I've already programmed the N-Class to be N451. So let's have a look at the box. As you can see, it says V1 N-Class locomotive, and it has N451, the class leader, on the box. So let's have a look at the side. It says Auscision HO scale, V-line N-Class diesel electric locomotive, N451 in the V-line orange and grey, as that is the era I plan to model. In the orange and grey, as I just said, City of Portland. So N14S is the code. DCC sound equipped. So I went for N451, City of Portland, because it was the closest town / city to me that was named. N454 City of Horsham was available, but not in the V-line orange and grey. That is in the PTV purple, which I might get, but only as a bit of fun. So it's got N451 pictured on the front. On the top, it's got the top view of the N-Class, as well as the lock sound thing and all of Auscision's socials. And then here it's got some contact information where you can send any post or whatever to if you need to. Here's just another photo. It's the front of the N-Class. It just says box artwork / livery / road number may differ from contents. Not for me because, well, I got N451. Again, lock sound. Auscision Models logo also has that on the front. On the bottom, it just says Auscision, leader in Australian model railways, and a bigger logo. And the back is just blank. As you can see, the N-Class is already out, and I'll just open the box and can show you all of the little papers that come with it. So this is just a warning that you have, circuit protection, which, as far as I know, the NCE power cabs do include. It's pretty much just telling you that short circuits are bad and you don't want them to happen. So, yeah, just that. I believe this only comes with the DCC version. Here, I already had this out, is the little booklet that tells you the model features and the sound functions, which I will be going through the sound functions in a moment. So, yep, I can pause and read that if you'd like to. On this side, it is all of the DCC functions, so I have got them up here, along with my Y-Class ones, and the DERM sound functions, which I will be doing a video on, most likely, maybe even today, but I'm not sure. This is just for installing DCC. Obviously I don't need to do that. Switching lights and warranty. That's all we need to do that. And an exploded parts diagram. So this is for the chassis. I think I got this too far forward. Chassis, motor, all that stuff. Part numbers in case you need a replacement. And this is the body. So that's all of the booklets, everything you need from the box. So I'll just push this back very slightly. So before I go through the sound functions, I will have a look. I'll just show the model to everybody. So on this side, you can see the number plates. I'll bring that up closer. You can see N451, City of Portland, have the V-line logo, very nicely painted if I do say so. Got the Clyde Engineering little badge. Also there's this little green badge. If anybody can tell me what that is, please do so. One thing I've got no idea what it is this thing here. Potentially for the, I'm guessing it's just where the motor sticks out, so they had to put that there, but I'm not sure. Moving on to the front, got the hazard stripes, I believe. Got the uncoupling bar, which does move very slightly. I'm not going to play with it. The multiple unit cables. The coupling, which is a smaller KD, I believe. All of the air hoses and everything, windscreen wipers, handrails. I'm not sure if you can see them, but there's drivers in the cab. That is only on the front, which this is. Got the horns, lights, all that. On to the other side, it's pretty much the same as the other side, except it doesn't have that bit of the engine sticking out. Once again, Clyde Engineering logo. Other logo, I've got no idea what it is. N451, City of Portland. And the back is basically the same, or B end is the same as the front, just no crew. So I've been running the N-Class in this direction. As much as I like seeing the turbo thing, I think that's what it is, I like to run it in forwards. Alright, those were all the sound functions. There are a few other functions, such as flange squeal, which I will turn on when I've actually got it moving. So let's get it moving. We'll get it to pull some E-cars, have it pull some VGHYs, an Australian National Open wagon, and that will probably be it for the review. First thoughts of this model, absolutely amazing. I have not had any problems with it, any significant problems that would require me to, say, get this returned for a replacement. Only things that I have maybe going to complain about is, the sound will turn off every once in a while, but that's because of my track. So, yeah, I would recommend this model if you can find one. If I end up getting N454 City of Horsham, I will do a review on that because it's got a slightly different front end to the original ends and a different engine noise, I believe. They got new engines fitted, I believe, as well as the ditch slots, which would be around here on the pilots. So, yep, I'll turn the sound back on and get it to pull some E-cars. I'll clean off the other stuff, all other rolling stock off the table so you can see them. And yeah, we'll get it going. Alright, I'd say we're about ready for the N-Class to depart. I'll grab the VGHY and VGHF from the siding. Alright, and that will be it for the review of the N-Class. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, share my channel to your friends if you'd like to. I'm going to either do a community post so that people can choose whether I do the Y-Class or the Derm first. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and goodbye. Thanks for watching.